Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful, my dear brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, we are back with another important lecture, and that is in the kitab of zakat, in the book of the zakat, the donation. We have zakat al-fitr. Zakat al-fitr is a zakat that we pay and we give after the Ramadan. When the Ramadan finished and they say tomorrow is the Eid, that is when we give the zakat al-fitr. That's when we give the zakat al-fitr. It's supposed to be in the kitab al-sawm with the fasting, but it is in here because it's to do with the zakat, it's given. So that's why it's the donation, that's why they're putting it here. Zakat al-fitr is the zakat that we give after the Ramadan that we said for every person that they should give, and as long as he was in the Ramadan, as well as after Ramadan, Shawwal. So it has to be together. Even 1 second from here, 1 minute from here, and 1 minute from here, that makes him pay the zakat. For example, a baby born just before the Adhan al-Maghrib, i.e. before the Ramadan finish, 10 minutes before that, 5 minutes before that, and he lived and he's alive still until after Ramadan, i.e. after the Maghrib until Isha, and he's alive, then he pays the zakat. If he die, for example, he dies, the baby born before Maghrib, and he died after Fajr for the Eid, he was alive in that period, he still has to pay the zakat al-fitr. It is the occasion that you have to pay. If for someone was alive before Maghrib and he died after Maghrib, half an hour after Maghrib, he still has to pay because he reached the before and after. So in this occasion he has to pay the zakat al-fitr. So the zakat al-fitr, as we said, is after Ramadan, and it is why we pay the zakat al-fitr. The scholars, they say maybe because you said something wrong and you did something small wrong and you looked something haram. So this zakat al-fitr cleans you from this mistake and makes the fasting complete, and it does not harm the reward of the fasting. And some, they say it is because of you break the fast, as a small donation that you give per person. We will come to it in a minute. So that's why we pay the zakat al-fitr, and that's what is the meaning to this. وتجب الزكاة الفطر بثلاثة أشياء. And the zakat al-fitr is duty on you under 3 conditions. Al-Islam, you have to be Muslim. وغروب الشمس من الآخر يوم من الرمضان, i.e. You have to be Muslim, and also as we said that you reached before the Maghrib and after the Maghrib, and if you have, you're Muslim, and before Maghrib you're alive and after Maghrib you're alive, then in this occasion you have to pay the zakat al-fitr. Is a duty on you to do it. ووجوب الفضل, then another occasion is that another condition is that ووجود الفضل عن قوته وقوت عيالي في ذلك اليوم, and also you are able to pay, you are able to eat in that day, i.e. the day is duty on you, you have the money, you have the ability. Not someone is poor, he does not even have the food for that day and he pays the zakat al-fitr. No, that person does not pay. Someone does pay is that he has ability to eat that day, and it's majority of the brothers and sisters. Let's not play around and say, oh, I don't have the money. Everyone has. In that day, can you eat? Yes. You have enough money? Yes. Then you pay. Then you pay for the zakat al-fitr and for your food as well. ويزكي عن نفسه, you pay for yourself. وعمن تلزمه نفقته من المسلمين, and whomever is duty on you to feed them, your son, your daughter, your wife, yourself, those are the duty on you to pay. And also your mother and your father, if they live with you, you have to pay. And if they do not live with you but they cannot pay, you pay for them. and you tell them and you pay for them. If they do not have the money, because it's a duty for you to take care of them. So whomever is a duty on you to take care of them and feed them, then it's a duty on you to pay the zakat al-fitr for them. But if the mother and the father, they have the money by themselves and they can pay, then you don't need to pay. You don't need to pay. And also your son, if he's a grown person, he's 19, 20 years old, or he's a grown person, he works, even your daughter, he work, and they're able to pay for themselves, they should pay for themselves. And because they're a grown person, they can take care of themselves, they have a work to, and they can pay, they pay. If not, then you pay for them, and you must tell them so they're aware of that you pay for the zakat al-fitr. That's important thing that we should be aware of. مقدار الزكاة الفطر. Okay, now we know zakat al-fitr is duty on who and what it is and how it is, and what is the limit and how you pay. صاعا من قوت بلده وقدره 5 أرطال والثلث بالعراقي وقدره 5 أرطال وثلث بالعراقي. i.e. the limited that you pay, and what is the limit, how you pay. It is written sa', it is a sa'. We said sa' is 4 mud. What is mud? This is the mud by your full hand. If you pick up like this 4 hand of rice, you pay 4 like this, it is a sa'. Sa' is this 4 full hand, 4 times full hand is a sa'. Anyway, nowadays is between 2.5 kilo to 3 kilo, and some they say it's 2 kilo. So if we pay 2.5 kilo is good. So per person is 2.5 kilo. 2.5 kilo. For a wife and a wife and a husband, so is a 5 kilo. For a husband and a wife and a son, so is 7.5 kilo of rice. Or a tamar, a date. Things like this. And some scholars, they say you can't pay for the money if it's possible, because some country you cannot pay the food, so it's difficult. So you send the money to a donation and a charity, they will buy it and give it to the people, or they will give it to the people with the cash, as well as some scholars, they say it's allowed to pay the cash. So that is the limited as well. So the zakat al-fitr is 2.5 kilo. 2.5 kilo, and some they say 3 kilo. It depends, is okay. So that's that. So who are those people that you can give the zakat al-fitr to them, or you can give the zakat to them? There are limited people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us to pay to them, and we are allowed to pay to them. الأصناف الذي تدفع لهم الزكاة. Who are those that you give them a zakat? Who are they? وتدفع الزكاة إلى الأصناف الثمانية الذين ذكرهم الله تعالى في كتابه بقوله تعالى إنما الصدقات للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها ومؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغامرين وفي سبيل الله وابن السبيل أو إلى من يوجد منهم. So those are the people that we pay the zakat al-fitr to them, or we pay them the zakat. Who are they? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the poor people and the miskin, al-faqir wal-miskin. Faqir is more in need than a miskin. Faqir is more in need, i.e. he is more poor than a miskin. Miskin is a poor, but he is not too poor. He is half. And again, another one is the ones that they can take from the zakat mainly. Zakat al-fitr, because of the Ramadan that you fast, is more to the fuqara, to the poor people. But the zakat is for the poor people, for the miskin people, and for those that they work, i.e. they gather the zakat. Those are the عاملين عليها. والمؤلفة قلوبهم. مؤلفة القلوب are those that they are not Muslim. They will become a Muslim. You give them the money a little bit. Or they are Muslim, but they are new Muslim. You pay them a little bit of money, and from the zakat, you pay them, i.e. to make them settable on Islam and to make them like you just pay them that amount, just not because they become a Muslim, of course, and it's not monthly wages for them to that because they become a Muslim and you pay them that money. No, it's just the money that we pay as a gift, and they will be more encouraged. That's the main thing for it, is that to encourage them more, whether to become Muslim or to stay in Islam more and more. That's the main thing. And وَفِي الرِّقَابِ is the ones that they will become free. If he is a slave, we will pay him so he can pay his owner that he will become a free. We pay him the money as well so he becomes free. Because Islam does not like slavery and he does not call toward slavery. That's why if Islam gives the person, if he's a slave, he will give him the money. This is the money, go give it to your owner and make you free. So Islam does everything that the person is no more a slave. He is a free person. So this is the beauty of Islam, that makes everyone free. وَالْغَامْرِينَ and also ghamrin are those that they take too much dain, they take too much they take money from here and there, and then they take too much loan. They have a loan, they took it because of other problems that happens, because of something happens between two group of people. He took the loan and give it to the other side. So that person, he took the loan, he's a deep need to pay back the loan. So he give him the money so that he can pay back the loan as well. And fi sabilillah, and whichever it is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, some scholars, they mention if it is because of Islamic mosque, if it is a mosque or it is Islamic school or it is for any other Islamic purpose, they say you can't do. And some they say no, it's to do with only for those that they go out for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's a different opinion of the scholars. And Ibn Sabil, is a person, he's a traveler, and that traveler, his money finished. He does not have any more money left with him. So we pay him money. He's a rich person in his country, in his home, in his city. But now because he's a traveler and his money finished, then we pay him so he can go back home or finish his journey. And because of that, we will pay him. And Islam is trying to keep everyone in the same limit, on same level. So we pay him so he can finish his traveling. Even he's a rich person, but he is in needed now. ولا يقتصر على أقل من 3 من كل صنف إلا العامل. ولا يقتصر, that, and then he should be paying until 3 groups. So he should be giving the money to the zakat to faqir and miskin, and for example fi sabilillah. And it depends. Sometime you can pay for even just a miskin if he's very needed. For example, he needed a house, so we can inshallah pay, because the main thing in zakat is that we take out the poor person from being poor and make his life better. So even that you could pay for it. And the Sheikh says it's better to give it to 3 type of those persons that we mentioned: miskin, faqir, and also another thing, and so such things like so we should pay. And then the Sheikh said, the last thing the Sheikh mentioned: من لا يجوز دفع الزكاة إليهم وخمسة لا يجوز دفع الزكاة إليهم. There are 5 group of peoples that it's not allowed to give the zakat to them. And they are the 5 peoples. It's not like we are not allowed to pay the zakat, to give the zakat to them. The first one is al-ghaniyu bimalin aw kasb, the person that is rich or he can work and gain money, then we do not pay zakat to him. And also al-ghani wal-abd, and also slave, because he does not even own anything, we do not pay him. وَبَنُو هَاشِمْ وَبَنُو عَبْدُ الْمُطَّلِبِ, and also those 2 tribes, Banu Hashim and Banu Abdul Muttalib, they are not allowed to give them the zakat, because they are they take money from other sources, but they do not give them the zakat. وَمَنْ تَلْزَمُ الْمُزَكِّ نَفَقَتُهُ, and also whomever that is duty on you to give them zakat, whomever is duty on you to feed them, then you are not allowed to give them zakat. Like your father and your mother, you are not allowed to give them the zakat, and your son as well, you are not allowed to give them zakat. But if it is for something is very necessary, like paying a debt or loan, or it is for because of the illnesses, the treatment and the operation, in that occasion the scholars they said, inshallah, it is okay. لا يدفع إليهم سهم الفقراء والمساكين. You will not give them money for those people, and also and kafir as well, and non-believer as well, we do not give them zakat. Only, as we said, if they might enter Islam because of that, in that occasion is a different occasion, we might give them zakat for the sake of becoming a Muslim, for sake of encouraging him, not as a salary, monthly salary, no, as encouraging them, maybe 1, 2, 3 times, give them the zakat as is, if it is possible. As we said as well, it's important to know that your mother and your father, you do not give them zakat, but you give them the money as it is for the treatment, if it needed it, and it is very important, so you do it straight away, the treatment. So those are the people that we are not allowed to give them the zakat to, especially those that they are rich, or he's not rich but he can't work. He can't work, but he's being lazy. He doesn't want to work. Then no, you don't give them zakat. You let him go work. And just like you work and you have money, let him go work and have money as well. This is the end of the today's lecture. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.